So I see the irony. I finally see the irony. So some of you guys watch my videos this week might have noticed that I was a little bit low energy in some of those videos. And that's because I had a pretty fucking bad week this week. Very, very bad week this week. Probably one of the top 5 maybe worst weeks of my life actually. And it was just one of the, like nobody died or anything. It was just like one of those weeks, you know, where it's like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Everything that could have gone against me went against me. And I made decisions that looking back at it, I'm just like, that was absolutely fucking stupid. Why did I do that? Right? It was like one of those weeks. And at one point through the week, I actually thought to myself, am I in like a dream? Because there's so many things that go wrong for me in such a short period of time. Statistically, this is like impossible. Right? And I thought to myself, there's no way this could get worse for me this weekend. Because we play Argentina, right? If this was the All Blacks, then I'll be like, oh, worse is yet to come. Or, you know, or Springboks, worse yet to come. Argentina this weekend, right? Can't get, might lose this one, but I can't, you know, whatever. I'm used to losing at this point already. And, yeah, the irony, the actually biggest loss in the history of the Wallabies ever. You know, last year, if you told me that this could be a possibility, I would have called you crazy, right? This is something that is, you know, impossible. A year ago, Argentina, no disrespect, they're a much, much better team than they were last year, but they are still ranked only 7th in the world. We lost to a team that ranked 1 point higher than us to record score 67 points to 27. If this occurred against the All Blacks at Eden Park or South Africa at, you know, Johannesburg, sure, I accept it. Against Argentina, man, boy, in a week that I thought it could not get worse. Oh, man. Oh, I actually thought the Wallabies could win this one to turn the whole shitty week around. Oh, man, this is bad. This is a really, really just unbelievably bad week for me. And, yeah, this was, yeah, I don't know. It was just, it's ironic. It's ironic, you know, like the things that the Wallabies did well last week, going out the window, penalty count went up. The worst is the tackle count, tackling rate. It was so bad that Wallabies only missed 30 tackles this game. You know, you can't miss a tackle if you don't make an attempt, right? That's how bad this was. Argentina was just like running through the Australian defense like nobody was even there. No missed tackle was even recorded because nobody was there to make a fucking tackle, right? It was that bad. It was that bad. In fact, this game kind of started how I started a week. I thought I'm going to have a great week, right? The Wallabies was leading 20 points to 3. 30 minutes into the game. I know. How the fuck you lose 67 points to 27 when you're leading 20 points to 3? 30 minutes in. There was only 50 minutes left. We were almost halfway. Oh, the fucking irony. Oh, I was like, hey, we're going to win this one. And we're going to win this one big. Nice and easy. Oh boy. My worst week ever. All right. Not worst week. My terrible, terrible week is going to end in a high note. Right? Nah. Joke's on me. The irony is on me. Oh boy. We didn't just lose this one. Biggest loss ever in the history. Like, how could you lose this? 20 points to 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. I don't even know what to say. missed tackle count. Lionel was actually looking not that bad. He was like, so Joe Schmidt put on like the reserves in the second half. And like, it was literally like he put on, it was almost like he's just taking players off and not put anybody back on. It was literally looking like the Wallabies were playing with 12 players on the field or something. It was that bad. Like, they were just conceding tries left and right. Argentina, beautiful rugby. Like, the wet conditions last week really stifled the Argentinians. And this week, they really show, like, why they beat the All Blacks at Wellington a few weeks ago. Great hands across the field. Good offloads. A Pablo Matera just belting kids left and right. Literally looking like he was belting kids left and right. It was brutal. Just physical game. And the Wallabies just didn't match up physically. That's number one. Number two, when the pressure came on, Argentina was throwing the ball around. There was the defensive line was just a mess. Like, everybody was bumping into each other, literally. Just like half the field was not even, like, nobody was even there. And Argentina was just running through. Empty spaces everywhere. It was, I don't know how they could have gone this bad. It was just, like, bizarrely bad. Like, how could you collapse so badly, so quickly? 20 points to 3. You were leading. 30 minutes in. To lose 67 points to 27. And the one try that was scored was Tate McDermott taking a quick tap, catching Argentinians off guard. The one guy was able to pull out the 7 points by himself, essentially. The remainder 14 players, I don't know what they were doing. It was like there wasn't anyone. This was, all credits to Argentina as well. They went from getting flogged by the All Blacks at the Rugby World Cup in one of those most embarrassing performances ever to ditch out one of the most embarrassing performance against the Wallabies. Really, just huge turnaround. These players, you can see the heart. You can see how much they wanted to win this game. And just, yeah. Thomas Alberno, before the game, I was a little bit iffy about him over Carreras as a selection at 10. Show me wrong. Made a try-saving tackle against Marika Cornbetti. Kicked all of his goals. Made some good decisions on the field. No stupid kicking. Wallabies did some stupid kicking throughout the game. I don't know why. Like, the kicking game, like the high ball bomb, worked in the rain. There was no rain. He's just kicking the ball away, giving Argentina opportunity to counter-attack. That was bad. The scrum was actually quite decent when Tupu was on the field for the Wallabies. Second half, Argentina just completely turned that around. Alan Alatoa, unfortunately, on his side, was struggling. Jem Slipper as well, struggling. I don't know what else to say. Like, why do they have Jem Slipper on the field? I don't know. They have Alex Hodgman, a former All Black, to be selected for this. Kalea had a concussion. He had to go home, so he can't play. But we have younger players that can play. Harry Vela at the Brumbies could be brought up. I think they're brought in Zan Nongo. Nongo is playing tight head, but there are options. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just very, very disappointing. And the irony for me. Anyway, let's talk about the match stats. 9 tries to 3. 781 run meters to 481, almost doubled. 13 tournaments considered against Argentina, 16 against the Wallabies. 24 missed tackles for Argentina out of 121. 148 tackles made for Wallabies, 30 missed tackles. Like I said, this doesn't look that bad. But when you are not making tackles at all, it's not a missed tackle. Keep that in mind. Not too much kicking going on, 22 and 25. And there was one conversion missed by, I think it was, did it hit the post? Yeah, it hit the post, I think it was. But anyway, there was one conversion missed. There was too many kicks, I can't even remember. And yeah, there was, I don't know what else to say. 942 run meters for kick meters for the Wallabies, 825. And yeah, lots of stupid kicking from the Wallabies, I felt. Lineout, it was two. Oh yeah, so the Wallabies lineout, like I said, was a little bit much better than I was expecting. 2 lineouts were stolen, not just the Argentinian didn't lose their lineout, they were stolen by the Wallabies, spoiled by the Wallabies. Nick, I think it was Tizano got one, I think. Was it Tizano? And then yeah, I think Nick Frost got one. Scrums, Wallabies was a bit dominant in the first half, but Argentina was more dominant in the second half. Physicality was just not there anymore in the second half of the Wallabies. Only 5 penalties considered for Argentina. 11 against Wallabies. And the reason Argentina only considered 5 penalties because didn't really have to do much. Just run the ball and scoring tries constantly. Can't really give away a penalty if you're just scoring tries, running through non-existent defensive line. Yeah. Yeah, this was embarrassing. Anyway, let's just quickly recap the tries. Oh my goodness. 30 minutes. No points. 30 minutes. Wallabies was leading 20 points to 3 up to 30 minutes before Argentina scored their first try. And I felt like, yeah, maybe Joe Schmidt just substituted too many players off too quickly. Too many players were given too much time. Probably shouldn't need it that much. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, Argentina started the game kicking a penalty 2 minutes in. I thought, hey, maybe Wallabies got a chance. Argentina's not confident. All right, they want to take 3 points. A few minutes later, Wallabies like, oh, we're going to take 3 points too. I was like, okay. See how this one goes. But hey, 15 minutes into the game, Wallabies got an opportunity. Morika Corambetti crashed a few times, almost got through. And then eventually Tizano picked and go. It looked like it was a double movement, to be honest. The referee says, that's fine. It's a French referee. I can't argue with the French referee, right? 10 points to 3 for the Wallabies. Donaldson kicked this one 10 points to 3. And then after this one, the Wallabies was pretty bad at receiving the kickoff. Argentina looked like they scored. Thomas Lavanini did a dummy runner and bumped into one of the Wallabies defender. Try was disallowed. 21 minutes into the game, there was a penalty against Julian Montoya for being on the wrong side of the rock. Wallabies kicked this one 3 points to 13. This was looking pretty good. 29 minutes into the game, 28 minutes into the game, there was the Wallabies was just playing with a bit of lots of confidence, some good hands. Donaldson saw that bit of an overlap opportunity on the short side. He ran over, passed the ball to Len Ikitau, good hands from Ikitau down to Jorgensen, run down the sideline, then Jorgensen passed the ball inside to Andrew Callaway. So easy, so smooth, looking so good at this point. I was like, easy win coming up, boys. 20 points to 3 to the Wallabies. 28 minutes in. And then immediately, Wallabies from the kickoff loses the ball. And the Argentinas start crashing through. Pablo Matera was just pounding through. He got through some defensive line. Like made a heartbreak on the defensive line. And then nice little offload to Martin Carreras. Running an angle straight through. Try time. 10 points to 20. Wasn't completely over. 10 points to 20. 37 minutes into the game. Argentina had a penalty. They did not kick the goal this time. They went for the line out because they were fair bit behind. And then just, yeah, crash ball. And then eventually there was a penalty. Gargio took a tap. Got close again. And then eventually Julian Montoya got the pick and go. Try time. Just physicality. Nothing crazy. Just physical battle. Wallabies weren't able to keep up. 17 points to 20. That was a halftime score. Still winning. Halftime Wallabies. And things got worse very quick in the second half. 47 minutes into the game, there was again, Argentina just had a scrum inside Wallabies 22. The scrum wheeled for the Argentina on Alatoa side and then just crashed. The ball kind of like, there was a nice flat ball, really good hands. Crash got really close and then just the pick and go, nice leg drive from, I think it was Juan Martin, I think his name was. Just leg drive, again, just physicality, got Argentina over for another try. And this was 24 points to 20. 55 minutes in the game. Another dominant Argentina scrum. Alan Alatua getting completely destroyed on his side. And then again, crash ball, pick and go. And Pablo Matera, just physical belt through, try time, flat line from just some nice flat run. Yeah, from Argentina. 30 points to 20. 62 minutes into the end, there was a no-arm tackle from James Slipper. This is a technique that he's doing a lot. I don't know why he's keep doing it, where he will drop down on his knee and he just like jam his shoulder onto your legs. He's been penalized for this so many times. Did it again this game. Penalty, lucky he didn't get sent off, right? Argentina kicked this one just for a bit of a difference. 34 points to 20. I just put themselves out of 2 points lead, right? 2 try score lead, because they'll still be worried about Wallabies can catch up at this point. There was a lots of stupid kicking for Wallabies at this point. Eventually, there was a turnover on the breakdown. The Wallabies breakdown was so bad, Argentina was literally just like running over it. Like the Wallabies players were just getting mauled over, like a sandcastle on the beach, against the tide of the water. That's how bad this was. Just getting washed over at the breakdown, turnover, Argentina counter attack. Just quick breakdown, fast balls, and then eventually another try for Oviedo for Argentina. 41 points to 20. 6-7 minutes into the game. No, that didn't score there. Wallabies, 68 minutes. There was a penalty. They had like a line out. There was not a penalty from the line out. And then McDermott just took a quick tap, realizing nobody's going anywhere from the Wallabies. And Argentinians were caught off guard. He scores this one. 41 points to 27. 71 minutes into the game. Again, Argentina, sleek hands down one side. Very, very good. And then Juan Cruz Malia ran down the sideline. Scores this one for Argentina. So I'm pretty sure this one, Martin, I think his name is Gonzalez? Martin Gonzalez or something? Anyway, I'll have a look at it in a sec. So yeah, Juan Cruz Malia ran down the sideline for another score for Argentina. 46 points to 27. They missed the conversion this one. A few minutes later, 47 minutes, again, just physically blowing away the Wallabies at the breakdown, literally. And then eventually just, again, good hands down the sideline. Juan Cruz Malia, pretty much identical move. Straight through with an overlap. Another try, 51 points to 27. And finally, Argentina. Oh, this wasn't finally. 76 minutes in the game again. Argentina just feeling the confidence, was throwing passes from one side of the field to another, the other side of the field back to the other side. Just keep passing. It was like a sevens game. Everybody was just passing, no breakdowns. And eventually, Argentina found a gap, ran through. Oviedo runs in for the try. 60 points to 27. 79 minutes into the game. What's his name? Andrew Callaway got sent off for a rare yellow card for deliberate knock-on just before the try line. And Argentina was like, okay, let's get another try on the board before 80. They went for the line out. The maul didn't really go anywhere. Just, ball went out. Good hands. And then Lucio Cinti got the ball center field. Literally, there was no one around him. There was still one or two Argentina players still out wide. Cinti is an outside center. He's 13. He had at least one more player outside of him. And there was already nobody in defense for Wallabies anymore. Did they take players off or something? I have no idea. He goes in for the try. 67 points to 27. Carreras converts this one. Nice and easy. Record win. Record lost. Biggest loss in the history of the Wallabies. Ever. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Hopefully, I wish you had a better week than me this week. And hopefully you never have as bad of the week as I'm having this week. So yes, have a good one, guys. I'll see you guys next week with a better mood, hopefully. Cheers.